Good morning. It is 7:33 a.m. on Thursday, March 31st, 2022. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. Actually been up for a little bit, but I just got distracted on Twitter, not scrolling to any particular benefit, but just, you know, I would say it's doom scrolling, but it wasn't especially dire this morning. But what I will talk a little bit more about now, though, is a show on HBO Max called Our Flag Means Death, and it's good. I like it a lot. It is, my understanding is that it's a extremely fictionalized version of an actual real guy by the name of Stede Bonnet, the gentleman pirate who was a wealthy landowner until he one day decided to abandon his wife and children and become a pirate and actually met and had a lot of dealings with Blackbeard, the famous pirate. But this movie or this show is I would say in terms of tone, it's probably closest to What We Do in the Shadows, which is fitting just because it's got some of the same people involved. Taika Waititi plays Blackbeard in the show. And then, oh, I'm forgetting his name. I could look it up. The the guy who played, on Flight of the Conchords, he was their manager. He's, the New Zealand actor. He's been, I like him, and I know I'm just spacing on his name right now. But the guy who plays the lead, and I'm not going to Google it right this minute. It's fine. Just, I'm recommending his show. Just check it out. Um, but the basic tone of the show, if you haven't seen What We Do in the Shadows, you should, because it's also good. But is so this is first and foremost a comedy, period. It's very silly, it's not realistic, it's just it's practically like just a sitcom, fairly serialized sitcom, but sitcom on a pirate ship, and uh, it's wonderful. I love it so much. It's just very sweet and silly, um, with just the whole pirate backdrop and flavor to it. I really enjoyed it because, even just right from the beginning, we have this character who has decided that the life of a pirate is typically full of backbreaking labor and cruel punishments and danger. But why does it have to be that way? Why can't we treat people nicer? And at the same time, you have this really interesting dynamic, I think, where from the beginning at least, his crew seems to simultaneously think this is bad. This is not like being a real pirate, and we ought to mutiny. And then some of them going, I mean, it is nice that we don't have to work so hard, though, right? And they're not great pirates either, so it's like, it's basically just a lot of fun. I feel like I don't want to say too much more about it because it just sort of I'll just let you experience it for yourself and just know that I really really like it. Um, Taika Waititi himself shows up as Blackbeard in I think he has just a little bit in episode 2, but shows up for real in episode 3, and so a lot of the narrative of the show follows the very strange relationship between Stede Bonnet and Edward Teach, aka Blackbeard, and uh, it's relationship drama and sitcom humor and silliness, all on a pirate ship, and I loved it. I heartily recommend Our Flag Means Death. Um, I just given that it's based on a real guy, it has me half inspired to look up more of that real story and just kind of wonder how much is fictionalized. But I don't really care because it's not like I'm watching it for history. I'm watching it because I want to watch a bunch of people I like doing silly and sweet and relationshipy and piratey things, and it delivers on that regard. So, recommend. Anyway, I'll leave it there, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.